What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the TEC show. Okay, so I have a really good clip to show you guys today. We're going to be talking about the economy, talking about the 2026 midterm election. And I have been saying this for a very long time when it comes to the president and how the president is addressing this affordability crisis. And he is not doing well when it comes to addressing this affordability crisis. So we're going to be watching Fox Business. Now, Fox Business is onto this, and they're saying, look, we have a problem here. And they're trying to get it out there and I've heard different politicians out there trying to talk to the president without talking to him directly, I guess, or maybe they are talking to him directly too, but they're saying, look, the president needs to address this. He needs to address the fact that people are struggling and he needs to stop saying that things are okay and everything is good and prices are down and look at what this great job that I did, this A+++ economy that we're in, because people don't feel like we're in an A++ economy. And so he's going to have to do something, and right now he's not even addressing it. So I want to show you Fox Business first, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. Okay, let's go ahead and play the clip. Here we go.
Don't exaggerate. Hyperbole, it doesn't work. No. You can't keep on saying this is the greatest economy that the world has ever seen, and the prices are falling and falling and falling. People won't believe you if you say that.
Well, that's right, Stu, because when you say that we have the best economy in the world and Americans are not feeling that, then they not only don't believe you, they feel abandoned. They want to know that they've got the guy that's fighting for them.
And this is exactly my point. I've been saying this for months now. You have President Trump out there saying that everything is okay, prices are coming down, the prices are already down, look at gas prices, look at this, look at that. People are not feeling it. And if people aren't feeling it, they're looking at you as the president and saying, look, you're not there to help me. You're not there to support me because you don't even see the problems that are actually happening. You're telling me that things are great when things aren't great. And if you're telling me the price of groceries are down and I go to the grocery store and I'm spending more than what I was spending a year ago, that's a problem. We're all experts when it comes to buying groceries because we all do that. And so when you have a president out there that's saying that things are great and things, why are you guys complaining? And this is all fake news. That's not true. The American people know that. And guess what? They're going to hold the president responsible for this come November. They're going to look at this and say, look, this is a referendum on the president. The economy is not doing well. Inflation's still high. These promises were made. They haven't been kept. And we're going to vote whoever's in power, the president's party, we're going to vote them out of office. And so we could potentially see a huge wave, a huge blue wave as a result of things just not getting any better. And you have a president that's not there saying, hey, I'm here to help you. I hear what you're saying. I'm going to try to work on this and work on that. We're going to work down tariffs. We're going to do some things to help the American people. I mean, you even have the president last year talking about dividend checks that were going out, Doge dividend checks. You remember that? That was $2,000 Doge dividend checks. Nothing ever happened with that. They were out there looking for waste, fraud, and abuse. Whatever happened to the waste, fraud, and abuse? We never found out anything about that. And then we started hearing about tariff rebates. Okay, $2,000 tariff rebates. We're going to be sending those out. What happened to those? You have the president now saying, oh, it'll be later this year, later in 2026. Well, guess what? There's no plan for that. You don't have Congress talking about that. They're not trying to move any legislation that addresses that. We'll probably be hearing Congress talk about some type of reconciliation bill coming in the next few months, but they're not talking about stimulus for the American people. You're not hearing that. You don't hear any Congress people talking about that. And what they want to do with that tariff revenue that's coming in, they want to pay down the debt. That's what they want to use it for. They're not focused on using that to send out to the American people. And the president has even said that we don't even need Congress. If you don't need Congress, how are you going to get the money? And so there's a lot of stuff that's going on right now, and people are looking at the president, and they're looking to the president and saying, look, you made these promises, and we're not seeing any of them. And I think when the American people realize, look, this stuff isn't coming, they're going to be really, really upset, more upset than what they are now. And we're seeing it in the polling. President Trump's job approval is down there. Ballotpedia has him at 42%. We're looking at some other pollsters that are putting out information. It's under 40%. And so when you have a president's job approval that low, you're going to see a huge shift in that midterm election. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about when it comes to job approval. So this is president's job approval. Right now, this is Real Clear Politics. It's showing the spread is minus 12.9. So that means disapproval is at 55.1. Approval is at 42.2. Now remember, Real Clear Politics, they average the polling. And when we start looking at some of the individual pollsters, we have Qantas. This was conducted on February 13th. We have 43% for approval, 56% for disapproval. Rasmussen, that was conducted between February 8th and February 12th. We have 46 for approval, 52 for disapproval. And then we look at RMG research conducted between February 4th and February 12th. You have 47 for approval, 52 for disapproval. Now go on down the line and we can see we have 44% here approved, 36% here approved, 40% here approved, 39% here approved, 37% here approved, and then you have insider advantage at 50% approval. And so this is the only pollster that's showing President Trump's job approval at 50% or better. When you look at the rest, you don't see. It's all red. Okay, so it's all disapproval. And so President Trump is underwater when it comes to job approval. Now, when we look at inflation, this is important because this is the number one issue. You hear the talk about affordability and all that. This is the number one issue. Real Clear Politics, the current spread right now is minus 24%. Disapproval at 60.4%. Approval at 36.4%. That is the average. Looking at this YouGov poll conducted between February 6th and February 9th, we see approval at 37%, disapproval at 59%. And then the Harris poll, this was conducted between January 28th and 29th, 39% approval, 61% disapproval. Daily Mail, this was on January 26th. We have 36 approval, 53 disapproval. When it comes to Fox News, January 23rd to January 26th, we have approval at 35%, disapproval at 65%. And so you see, when it comes to inflation, the number one issue, President Trump is underwater. So when it comes to his overall job approval, he's underwater. When it comes to inflation, he's underwater. He is not doing well. And when we're looking at the 2026 midterm, this is going to be a referendum on the president and the president's record. And right now, according to polls, he is not doing well, which means that we'll probably see a flip. We'll probably see Democrats take back control of the House and even possibly taking back control of the Senate as a result of some of the numbers that we're looking at now. And so now I want to pass it off to you. What do you guys think about all this? In the comments below, let me know what you think. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more. And remember, stay informed, stay engaged, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye. So that's all we have for this video. Make sure if you guys want to send me an email, you can do that, david@thetecshow.com. Like the video, subscribe for more, and check out these videos over here for some more great content. Talk to you later. Bye.